Hello everybody, so this is Kate, and in this video I'm going to talk about two things. One, there's going to be updates in the future, a video about the wedding, a video about our honeymoon, etc. So look forward to those. And the second thing I want to talk about is related to these objects on the ground. They are mouse traps, because Chris and I have had a small mouse problem for a while now. It started off with just one mouse. He was around for a few months actually. He would come in and he would scurry and get some of Bunny's food, and then he would scurry and hide under the fridge. We tried to catch him with, like, not these traps on the ground, but like other traps that I'd tried that didn't really work because Watson was pretty clever. But he would, yeah, like, he didn't really chew anything. He didn't leave droppings that we could find. We couldn't find any baby mice. So as a whole, we were kind of casually trying to catch this mouse, but we weren't really too worried about him. And we even called him Watson so that he had a name, which I know some people say is a bad idea, but we never intended to ever kill him. It was just like, we're going to try and catch him humanely if we can, but we're not too worried. But then, a few weeks before the wedding, there was a second mouse. And this makes it good that we named them, because then we could differentiate them. The other mouse we called Henry. Henry was a lot more brazen. He was a little bit smaller. He had a nice brown sheen to his coat, very handsome mouse. But he was a lot more cocky. He was a lot more, we would see him a lot. He would come out, try to steal food. He was much more likely just to run around the kitchen. He would run into the living room and into Chris's study, which was something Watson never did. Watson kind of just stuck to the kitchen area. Yeah, so, and Watson and Henry definitely had a rivalry, because I would sometimes, it happened twice, see Watson chasing Henry out of his territory. So I was like, ooh dear. So, but when that happened, it was like, okay, we really need to get serious about getting rid of these mice. So I made these traps. So I'll show them to you now. So the first trap, I found out how to make it on YouTube. I found out how to make both of them on YouTube, but this one is made out of like just a can of pasito, like fizzy drink soda. And all it is a container. We've got some peanut butter here to lure them. And what they do is a little mousey comes through here. This opens up and they go in, and when they try to escape, it's hard because this flaps down. And unless they're particularly small, which if they're small, they might be able to like squeeze through. So there was that one, and that one worked. That actually did catch one of them, so that was pretty cool. That caught Henry, actually. So we were able to get Henry out of the house, and we just took him up to the bush, just on the top of the hill, not too far away. And yeah, the other one is this one. This is a very classic kind of a, you know, box and stick trap, you know. And what is going on here is there's actually, if you can see, there's a walnut. There's a walnut actually attached to the wire. And what happens is the mousey goes in, they go and try to pull on that walnut, and what happens is, caught. Any sort of light pressure on that wire makes it collapse, and then the mousey's trapped. And that one caught, which one was it? Watson. Watson got caught by that one, and we just transferred Watson into a large tub container and released him into the bush too. And lastly, I had a suspicion that they might have been a third mouse, because I had seen one mouse that I didn't recognize as either Watson or Henry, and they were very small. They were a very small mouse, and my suspicions were correct, because I caught Watson and Henry on the same day, which was amazing. These traps worked quite well. And then the next day, because I left them out because of my suspicion, there was a third mouse, and it was the little mouse. And we ended up, I pretty much caught that one right away. I don't know if it was a boy or a girl. We were pretty sure when we had a look at Watson and Henry that they were boys. Because when we caught them, we tried to have a look at their private region to tell, and we're like, oh, I'm pretty sure they're boys, because we looked up how to tell the difference. The third mouse, couldn't tell, couldn't get a good look. But we called the third one Tiny and released them into the bush as well, and we were able to catch Tiny. Oh, Tiny kept slipping out of this one because he or she was so small. Had to catch them with this one, worked like a charm. So there you go, and they're all released. So far as I know, there's no mice anymore. Gotta keep these traps because they worked really well. And hopefully, just going through the house to make sure there were no babies. Oh, I really hope there wasn't, because I would feel bad, because then I guess I took the mummy out of the house, so they'd have no mummy anymore. Whew. So let's hope there's no baby mice and there's no mice in general. There you go. There's that update. Thank you for watching. Bye.